right, and here is a TFcon 2018 exclusive from FansProject. This is K-Bone, the G2 version of Wild Rider from their Minosaur that they did. Now, I don't have the standard Intimidator anymore, but I do still have my previous TFcon exclusive Car Crash. So then they're finally finishing the set. I did not think they would ever get around to it. I dig the colors of the G2 Minosaur. It's just crazy and garish enough to work. And I honestly thought Car Crash was going to be the one member of that team that we had. And as such, it was still kind of a cool little figure. Like like Car Crash was one of my favorite individuals in that group anyway. So having a version of him. Same with Ripper. Their repaint of Afterburner from Computron into Cutthroat. I think that was probably the best of the 5 molds in that set. So to have a cooler repaint of him that I don't need to have the whole combiner because just as a standalone he's cool. It was kind of the same thing with Car Crash. Although they have now announced, I think Ages 3 and Up has announced that they are going to fund the project. You can pre-order the last 3 on their website, but they are going to complete the G2 Minosaur, which is pretty cool. Not a whole lot to speak of. Again, we'll probably blow through this pretty quickly because aside from colors, it's the exact same figure we've seen before. I just want to show them off here in vehicle mode with Car Crash because the team's coming together, and I think it's neat to see them. I do think just in general, he kind of looks like a Bumblebee in this color scheme. I do like the Car Crash colors as a single individual figure better, but since the team's coming together, you gotta show them off together, right? Yeah, right. Your transformation, again, very much like the original. Actually, not very much. It is the same as the original. So he's got his gun back here. And we'll just take that and slap it together into a pistol. And then we'll go ahead and pull him apart like that to extend him at the waist to just give some clearance between the legs and the arms when we start this transformation process. Open up the legs. These panels will open up and allow the knees to come out. At least they should. There we go. Snap those up into place until they click. Don't go push past the click. Come down here, fold those back in. Lift up the panel. Kind of fold the wheel in. It helps to kind of separate those a little bit. It'll give you the clearance to open these all the way up into feet. Same over here. Lift that up. Fold the wheel in, and then kind of smudge them so they're not lined up anymore. Just kind of angle them so they're not lined up anymore, and that really helps the clearance in getting these pieces around each other without scraping the paint. Goes down and around. Come up here, split his arms off. Very similar transformation to Car Crash, although different. The actual physicality, that's what I'm looking for. The designs, there's different angles and pieces and stuff. Real technical, I know. Kind of put those up on his shoulders, and we're done. You can, if you want, flip this up behind his head, give him kind of a hood if you want to distinguish him from Car Crash a little bit, because otherwise they both have this coming off their backs, but whatever. Give him his gun. And he's got all the same posability of the original. The ball joint, the hinge up here at each shoulder, spinny wheels, ball joint head, bicep swivel, hinge elbows, ball joints at the wrist, although they really work as a swivel. Like if you start moving up and down too much, you're going to pop it off. Waist swivel, ball joint hips, thigh swivel, hinge knees to a pretty decent degree, and then ball joints down here at the feet to let them move around. And pretty solid because of the way the feet are designed. Pretty solid if you get them in some oddly angled poses. Awkward. I'm trying to say like 3 words at once there, and it never really worked. I wish his head was not just the standard old black, because I think on the original G2 toy it was blue like the rest of him. But not bad looking. Still not as cool as Miami Vice Lamborghini Car Crash over here. Like, seriously, that dude stepped straight out of the 80s. But anyway, again, Car Crash, my favorite of the 2 so far. We'll see. I'm really looking forward to it. I think we've seen pictures of the other 2 limbs but we haven't seen, aside from small little bits on the packaging itself. And you can kind of, see what's going on there with the with Menasor, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the final version of Intimidator and how he looks. So yeah, I may end up with one of these whole sets. We shall see. It really just comes down to, like, can I afford to make it happen? Because I would love to see it G2 Menasor to completion. But yeah, super fun, cool little idea. I am glad to see. As much as I love Car Crash, and as much as I have accepted the fact that, like, he was probably going to be my only one and learn to live with that on my shelf, the announcement that they are going to finish this makes me happy, because it's nice to see something. It's a little late. It's been a while. I would have been way more excited had they just gone ahead and done it from the get-go. But it's nice to see that people recognize that there was something cool there and revisit it and make it happen. So kudos to ages 3 and up for funding it and making sure it got done. But there it is, a TFcon exclusive FansProject K-Boat.